Hello everybody! I don't normally make this kind of video on my YouTube channel, but I'm making an exception. Making an exception because a certain YouTuber only typed, "Wow, impressive." Like, you would think that because of the type of YouTubing videos he makes, he would probably come up with just like some regular ass comment at least. But, "Wow, impressive." Definitely, like, it made sense because it was a YouTube short. But if that was a long form video, ooh, that would have been different for me, but that's not the point. Anyway, before I say anything else, just remember, I'm somebody who believes in freedom of speech. I'm somebody who believes in freedom of will. Free will. So, if you don't like anything that I say in this video, you disagree, or you have any, problems with it, or you have any comments, thoughts, whatever it might be, regardless if you're the YouTuber that I'm talking about or not, just remember, you're the one who decided to click on my video. Okay, so interpret this information however you will. And don't worry if you're the YouTuber that I added, which I can't even remember the name because, well, I guess I wasn't thinking about it, but you probably have a normal name, I'm assuming. I don't know. You're a YouTuber. You might not even watch this video. So I'm just going to make this just in case you do. But yeah, I'm not going to dox or harass you. I'm not here to, cancel you. Think you're lesser than me. Like, I don't think you're inferior, okay? I am here to talk about, he made some videos talking about Generation Alpha, Generation Beta, Generation Z, this and that, Millennials, Gen X, Boomers, yada yada. And I say yada yada because you can go check out that channel for yourself, okay? Like, I am not gonna tell you what to do. If you want to go check that out, you can go check that out. For all you know, that YouTube channel that I just added might not even exist anymore by the time you're watching this, because who knows when you're watching this. But if it does, well, here's your chance, assuming this video is still up. And I'm preventing myself from saying swear words, like being a little bit clean-mouthed today, because I wanted to get the attention of this YouTuber, but it's probably not going to happen. But, yeah, you talk a lot about, these things. But one subject that he doesn't really talk about a lot, that I've noticed, at least kind of, was like stuff just like religion and sports. But that's kind of obvious. Not everybody talks about those kind of things. I don't have anything new to really add on. I don't really have any new thoughts. I'm the kind of guy who, if you have nothing good to say, don't say it. You know what I would say to you? I would say the argument defeats itself. Why does it defeat itself? Because the saying, if you have nothing good to say, don't say it, and I interpret that saying as nothing good, then by itself it has no reason to exist. Just like communism. Just like the Marxism, the socialism, especially the big red communism. Okay? You might go, well, what about the fascism? That was a reaction. Basically a communism, but like so far the other way that it's like just the right-wing version of it. Horseshoe theory, if you will. But I didn't really mean to get too political, historically political there. To get old World War II on ya. But those are the kind of subjects you seem to talk about. He does talk about the U.S., and he says he's from the U.S. He says he's a Nickelodeon actor. But it's like, are you really, though? Are you really a Nickelodeon actor? Or are you just saying it as kind of like a flex to, get more subscribers? Oh yeah, let's put, I don't know, Photoshop, whatever they do these days. Yeah, make it look like it was me. But if it actually was you, I don't know how to respond to that very well. Because I don't know what that would be like. Working at Nickelodeon. That company that had a foot-shaped logo at one point. I'm not trying to get all weird. I'm just saying they literally had their logo be like foot-shaped at that one time. And also, why do you keep like super duper pre-editing your videos? Like, I can understand if you're showing images or if you're trying to give an idea of what you're talking about, but it's like half the time he doesn't even like really talk about the videos, you know, he shows or whatever. He just kind of like, oh, it's related to the subject in question. Like, I get that, but on the other hand, it's like, are you really talking about the subject, or are you just like filling in the in-between parts of those videos? You know, because there are a lot of YouTubers who do that, and then they call themselves a reaction channel. Yeah, sure, you know, but hey, at least this guy doesn't shock his dog all the time. Okay, I can admit that. But as a Stargate SG-1 fan, which is kind of unrelated, but it does make you think about the universe, you know. It does make me think, what does this guy know about, I don't know, the sun? You know? Yeah, I'm not very good with the jokes. But yeah, he just posts a lot of videos. I mean, I do too. I'm not going to be a hypocrite about that. But like, basically just the same 30, 40, 50 minute video. You know? Don't get me wrong, some of those videos are pretty good, and some of those things taught me things that I didn't know prior. But it's like, why are you doing the same thing over and over again? I could understand if he was a channel dedicated to a specific thing, you know, like, oh yeah, I'm dedicated, this channel is specifically dedicated to Generation Alpha's literacy. But like, why? You know? Hey, why are we all here? You know? You know what I'm thinking about? I have no idea. Okay? And I'm not sure if I said this earlier in the video, but this guy is also kind of from, not Switzerland, Sweden. I mean, I probably got that mixed up with Switzerland because of the whole Antarctica thing. But if you watched my lore, you know what I'm talking about, for my OG fans. But, I tell you right now, this guy, he's maybe a real person, but I'm not sure, because he does kind of seem like AI. He does kind of seem like artificial intelligence. Okay? I'm not saying that he isn't intelligent, but I'm not sure if he is human, you know? But maybe he is, and I'm just insulting the guy and I don't even realize it. And if I am, just know, you kind of do act like a clanker, but also, you're very reactionary. You like to stick your arms up in the air a lot. It's not really an issue. It's just something I noticed about your body language. And what's up with a lot of YouTubers just sticking their mics in the video? You know? If you want to have it, fine. Like, it's your YouTube channel. You can do whatever the hell you want to it. Okay? I'm not the guy to tell you, you need to have your YouTube video this specific way, my man. Okay? Okay? Boom, bucklad! How dare you make the video peak? as they say nowadays, or at least in my era, age, time of recording. I know, it's kind of a meme in my community to say time of recording. But look, this guy, he's been on YouTube since 2012 on his YouTube channel specifically. This guy, he's probably in his 20s now? 20s, and if you want to push it, maybe 30s, but no, I don't think so, because if you look at his older videos, and he was like a little kid. For all you know, that video could have been a lot older than when it was originally released. So you just don't know. But he could have been on Lab Rats, bro. He could have got the superpower of being in the state of L. Yeah. But still, they got that pre-cut, cut, like it's a YouTube movie, you know? I like that raw reaction, where there's a little bit of editing in the context of reacting to the video or whatever. But it's just enough where it's oh yeah, you can tell it's one of those, reaction videos or whatever. Beyond that, you gotta have the good footage, okay? It can't be cut. It has to be one take, okay? All in one take. You get it? You get it, whatever your name is? Sir? Assuming you're a sir? Or an it? I don't know if you're an AI, bro. Okay? Are you secretly a clanker reader? Are you secretly a clanker lover? Man, one day we're gonna have to conquer all the multiverses, you know? Or at least conquer the universe. Do you think everybody's just gonna speak some weird language that's just gonna be basically, all the time? All the time? And English will be basically Latin, where only people speak it as a second language and nobody speaks it as a native one? I don't know. Is life one big Groundhog's Day? I literally have a video on that. But, yeah. It's strange to think about this one YouTuber. Talked about politics, how the South didn't vote Republican for 100 years after the Civil War. Yeah, he's too cool. Yeah, trust me, bro. He's too cool to react to this video. Yeah, he's too nonchalant, as they would say. He's too, busy reacting to, Generation Alpha Defender, or whatever the hell. Wait until he gets his hands on Generation Gamma. Oh wait, Generation Gamma can't read, but they're not born yet. Can you actually imagine if he starts making videos on Generation Gamma in 2026 or in 2027? New countries are spawning on the map, and you're talking about Generation Gamma. Well, to be fair, you don't even know what countries could possibly come in and spawn in and be new during that era. But, who's ready to see the illiteracy of the 2050s? Or 60s, is it? Or 40s? Whatever, man. Okay? I've been on YouTube for a long time. A lot longer than this YouTube channel has been around, that's for sure. There's a lot of lore to YouTube, okay? There's a lot of eras and ages, and how you define those completely depends on, when you came into YouTube, how long you've been on YouTube. This specific channel has been around since, I want to say April something, 2025. But I've been on YouTube basically since YouTube's been a thing. As long as I can remember, well, almost. You know, I was born in the 2006, so I didn't see it all, at least originally. But I have seen Me at the Zoo, okay? I have seen that video. And if I bored you, and if you're already looking on another device, looking in the goddamn comments section, already typing away like you did in the beginning of the video, before it even got to the 30-second line, ooh, you was on Twitters or something. Well, actually X, but it's whatever. It's whatever. Goyim alert. Goyim alert. Goyim alert. Look who it is. Look who it is. It's a Goyim. It's a Goy. It's people a part of the Goyim. It's the Goyim peoples. Okay? You a Goy. You a Goy. G-O-Y. Okay? And your species is called G-O-Y-I-M. And I'm going to be going on an island. Not a private one. And not that private one. Okay? I don't know why I'm using my sense of humor for this entire video. But, like, isn't that what this YouTuber guy kind of does throughout his long-form videos? Like, I make long-form videos. I made a freaking 3-hour video a while back. If you don't believe me, you can just go out and look. You can go straight up look at my videos. I have one 3-hour video that I posted on here where I just talk. This guy, for the type of videos that he makes, is long for those kind of videos. But I am going, like, I did kind of start watching his videos, reacting to some other YouTuber posting about stuff or whatever. But, I'm gonna watch it later. There are a few more things I want to say. Like, oh, I know. You probably suck at classic World of Warcraft. If you even know what that is. Have you played chess? I don't think you have. I have played Block Blast. I have played Wii Sports. And I have played... what? Roblox? Call of Duties? Anything else? Dead Be the Fallen? Angry Birds? Anything else I'm forgetting? I'm not sure. Checkers and Nines Men's Morales and Mancala and what's it called? What's it called? Neutron, what? No, that's not the name. It's hard to explain these kind of games. Because I don't think you've ever played them. Anyway, I'm learning Spanish. I'm trying to get to A1. Not the sauce, but the language learning level. The language learning level that I want to get to. Do you understand? This level? It's about like 500, 600 words, which might sound like a lot, but in practice, it's basically nothing. But once you get to like B2, like B1, B2, especially C1, C2, that's a lot. That's a lot. You know? But I'm no way near A1 right now. I am just in the early stages of being an absolute beginner. I'm just getting into A0, you know? Where I'm interested in learning the Spanish that the Spain and the Mexico and the... Now, I know I'm going to offend a lot of Latin Americans. But, Argentina. Argentina, bro. Okay? That country that Messi is from. Wait, is Messi from Argentina? I hope I got that right, because if I don't, you can meme that to oblivion. In fact, you're probably going to even meme that to oblivion if I got that right. He's what, from over here, what we call a soccer player. You know? In English, an American. An American, I speak American right now. I plan to speak non-American, and specifically Spanish, which is a form of non-American. You know what I mean? I ain't British. I ain't from Switzerland. And I definitely ain't from Antarctica. Okay? But who is? Are you from Antarctica? You should go there. You should go there to Antarctica, you YouTuber. What are you, a man? Yeah, man. And it's gonna be cold, but I hope it gets good, okay? I hope you become a good person. You're not the best of shape. Talk real funny. You have a certain way of acting. But you're in the early stages, so it's, benefit of the doubt. A 13th chance. And I'm pointing a finger at a camera, talking to myself. This basically means nothing right now. But, hey, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna react? Are you gonna say things that are inevitable? I don't know. I don't know what you think. I ain't you. You ain't me. I'm a human. I don't know about you, but I'm a human. Okay? I can verify that because I'm pretty sure clankers aren't humans. Okay? But I do admire what clankers do. And you might go, but the AI bubble popped. The AI bubble popped. And so they're hiring all the guys back because the AI bubble popped. Yeah, it popped. But that means that for now they might hire you. But in the future, if the technology, and probably when the technology does get that advanced, they'll just completely replace you with AI, okay? Like, I don't know what to tell you else, honey. Okay? Because that's what they're gonna do. And then also, man, I just really want to conquer the universe. I just really want to take over and colonize other planets. I don't know why I want to do that, like it's some freaking video game. That will take a long ass time. But I don't know. Maybe we'll be like Star Trek advanced to do that. You tell me. You tell me, man. Okay? Terraform a planet. Turn it into basically Earth, but not at Earth. In another part of the universe, known universe anyway. The unknown universe has yet to be, well, and it gets bigger all the time. Ever since the Big Bang. And you know what's ironic about the Big Bang? The person who came up with that theory, who popularized that theory, or at least made that theory a theory, was a Roman Catholic priest. Yeah, a hardcore Christian guy. I'm not even joking. Look it up. Look who came up with the idea of the, who came up with the Big Bang Theory. Not the TV show. Not the TV show. Don't get that mixed up. I'm talking about the actual, theory. The fact that that is true is funny. Because they're like, oh, but you need to only understand the Bible, not science. Or you need to only understand the science, not the Bible. But it's like, the study of science is the study of God's creation by Christians' logic. You ever thought about that? Oh, shocker. You get to learn that E.T., or whatever the equivalent of ET or Elf or whatever is real, probably. Or hey, if we really are alone in the universe, we can just conquer the universe and make our own species of humans and make our own aliens. You know, just take a certain group of people, let them spread on the planet, and then, you know, like those movies or TV shows, doesn't matter, old, new, whatever, where it's basically just one group, one specific thing, but like, you know, you have one specific land, one specific people, one specific species, and it's all one specific thing, but it's the whole planet. That's what it's going to be for a lot of those planets. But there are going to be a lot of those planets where it's kind of divided. It's going to be like classic World of Warcraft, where it's probably two fractions. Or it's going to be complicated as Earth, or even more complicated, where you have like 1,000 countries. You think it's complicated now with the UN and whatever the hell in my era on just Earth? Wait until people start going frickin', we gotta conquer all the multiverses bullshit, like what I do. Oh man, that's gonna go hard. That's gonna go hard, okay? And the languages that will be made, the culture that will be made. Boy, that would be traveling, you know. And I wonder how long that will take. My guess, to conquer the entire universe, probably 1 trillion years. You know, altogether. But it will probably take, I don't know, 100 years to successfully colonize another planet, and it's going to take 1,000 years to start colonizing other planets and terraforming them to fit the modifications of Earth, you know? Get a good gravity, get a good oxygen, water, you know, capable of life, put life on it, let it figure itself out, I assume. I don't know how it would work in real life. I don't know, but our best shot right now, besides Earth, obviously, is Mars. You know? You know, they say boys who are stupider goes to Jupiter. But it's like, if you were a human who went to Jupiter, that would be a bigger accomplishment than going to Mars and getting candy bars. You know? Because, yes, going to Mars, back, like to Mars and back to Mars is really, really hard. And it's really, really bad. But, that's not the hardest part. The hardest part of the Mars mission is actually being on Mars. Okay? For like a Mars year. Being on actual Mars. You know? That's the actual part they're gonna have to survive in. And that's what NASA is trying to do. They're trying to get motherfuckers on the Mars. You know? All this for nations that probably won't even exist in 150 years from now. Or any time period, not just 150 years. It could be right now. It could be a year from now. It could be thousands of years from now. Who knows if it does ever fall? Any existing nation, or soon to be any existing nation right now. But yeah, I think you get the idea with this whole YouTuber guy. That's the kind of stuff I think of about this YouTuber guy. What do you think? Do you have any thoughts, ideas, questions, answers you want to give, answers you don't want to give, whatever? You get the idea. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this whole YouTube thing. And, yeah. That's really all I gotta say. And, well, thank you for watching. Good morning, good day, good evening, and good night. Okay. I don't know why I did that. Whatever. Alright? Okay, yeah. Bye!